Oh God. All right. So yeah, it's a retrograde. That was some fun technical issues. Hey, happy new year, y'all. I'm Markeia McCarty. I'm a host, producer, head story editor for Something Scary. And welcome to our live stream. We're going to try to start these back up for 2022. We have one a month, the final Wednesday of every month. And wow, happy 2022. Can I say happy at the beginning of that? Um it's a new year. Excuse me, pardon me, new times. Hey y'all. Oh man, oh, I got some big hair today, don't I? It's the big hair. So yeah, our last live stream, I believe that was October, because then the holidays hit us, November and then December kind of a deal. And then of course, just all the stuff that we're dealing with in general. So very, happy to be back. Hope you're going to have a really good 2022. Hope you're getting that off on the right foot. I know that, we've got Mercury retrograde, and then also we're in Aquarius season now, which is like burn everything down and let's make snow angels in the ashes. So you just really have to love that about 2022 starting off that way. So yeah, I have a few things to share with you. For anybody that wants to follow me on my personal media, I keep on meaning to put this on the community page. I put one up and then I kept on forgetting. Tuesday nights, at 6 p.m. Pacific time, I'm in a live zombie show. It is a role playing show. It's tabletop role playing. So I think like Dungeons and Dragons, but it's zombies instead. And I've been doing that for like over a year. And we're on the final 5 episodes for this season now. And you can check that out on twitch.tv/hyper RPG. I'll put that in the description for this. But it's like I do that Tuesdays, and I'm realizing that I haven't even like really told y'all. I'm gonna be much better. Sorry, I just have like something in my throat. I'm gonna be much better about that with 2022 because I am streamlining everything. Okay, so for some stuff that we have, oh, thank you. For some stuff that we have upcoming. So first off, for this live stream, go ahead and share the link with somebody else. Let's get some other people invited. Get your friends in to join us, and know that for these live streams we do unedited scary stories from fan submissions. So I might be reading one of yours. It might just be coming up, but mostly unedited. Some things are cleaned up, like just a couple of things. So also. Next month is Black History. For us, it's going to be Black History Horror Month. So we've gotten a number of Black female writers that have contributed to that, everything from video stories to podcast stories, and of course, fan submissions as well. So we'll be doing a month-long celebration of Black voices in horror. So, and like for instance, yes, there's a Candyman story that'll be coming your way in February. So definitely look out for that. And of course, those that don't know, we're also a podcast. So every Tuesday, when you see the video story, you can also be listening to the podcast, and we have additional stories that is on that. So, and yeah, go ahead and just like subscribe if you haven't, just so you can get like notifications for the upcoming month of that. We also have a TikTok. Thank you. My hair is just everywhere today. 2022 is just like, you know what? Let it ride. If it was all about gambling, this is just like let it ride. Let it ride, let it fall. Um so yeah, if you didn't know, we do have a TikTok. I believe it's Something Scary Official. I know our Instagram changed to that. So yeah, go ahead and check that out. We have some golden oldies that are in the TikTok, and it's like a whole other audience and stuff. So if there's we're going to angle going darker with our TikTok, because they have like a real dark sense of humor, and there's part of me that like I love that. So we're going to be doing that. If you have some really dark matter that you'd like for us to address, you can put that in the TikTok comments, or on our videos, or in particular here. Be like, hey, there's a really messed up story that I know about. Be like, hmm, maybe that is see the light of TikTok. And of course, how you how you send your stories in, always email it to us, somethingscary@snarl.com. That's because there is a form that has to be filled out. And while I very much appreciate y'all sending me stuff on my Instagram, I can't use any of it or can't even really look at it because we have to have that form filled out. So that's why it has to go through email. But and I do want to give a shout out to all of y'all on Instagram. Thank you so much for your like super positive messages, and how like this work that I'm doing, that we're doing, what it means to you, that like literally keeps things going. Okay, so we have a couple of scary stories here. Once again, with this, I have the TikTok is Something Scary Podcasts. So that's the TikTok. So for these, okay, let's go ahead and first things first. We are always going to protect ourselves, clear out negative space. With I do that with a black candle and crystals surrounding it. So, uh-oh. It doesn't want to be cleared today. What are we supposed to do? Oh, let me just breathe for a second. All right. Ooh. So, here we go. For our first story. Ooh. So this is from James. This story is based on a nightmare I had about my mother. And James M. Hampton, they they're calling it "Mummy Knows Best" r slash hell of a hostess. So they sent us a full submission with this one. My mother is such a great host. People love her the most. Mummy always knows best. She's a winner, truly very blessed. She charms so divine, always knowing just what to say. Her parties are oh so sublime, and they drink all the finest of wines. My mother seems so beguiled, loved by every man, woman, and child. Well, that is everyone except for the one that should me, you see. Okay. My mom is the talk of the town, and they all want to come back around and praise her in every single way, to my absolute dismay. But some nights, she just asks for but one thing, and they must obey in order to stay. It is but one simple plea is to do this, you see, and return her kindness in this simple way. It's a curious case, and in the telling, I feel somewhat out of place, just between us, but I must confide. She always tends to find one volunteer to help her out of a bind in her cellar each year. They follow her down, 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 straight to the underground, ground, and she comes up with a smile beaming from ear to ear. For they never return, and about them I had never learned up until today, just to be clear. And I will tell you something else. The police came running with a wealth of urgency on this strangest of days after one of her famous soirees, asking my mother questions galore. But she asked them once more to step right down, down, down the door. About this she implores, come to her cellar to straighten everything right up. This time, my curiosity piqued. Down the stairs I sneaked. I then silently shrieked as I saw what my mother was hiding under the door. And to my horror, I don't know how to tell, but a portal to hell was waiting for the policeman, I came to be aware. Mummy's eyes were deep black, and she wore a knapsack of potions of evil magics that attract a nightmarish feast. My widened eyes did stare. I then turned to see the policeman struggle to break free of some kind of crackling crimson energy that kept them suspended in midair. My mother quickly spins right round, 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 after hearing my sound, to see me sitting on down, down, down the staircase banister, unable to unsee this dark secret lair. Suddenly, my eyes go from white fright to a thing of delight. I now see this thing. And it ends right there. Ooh, okay. James H. Wait, let me get this right. James M. Hampton, thank you so much for your story. In particular, I am a huge fan of the amount of prose that you introduced in this. I want to do more things like this where there's a structure in the words and it's telling, I mean, a nightmare about your mother. That is wonderful. It's like, was Mummy a demon? I mean, it was a portal to hell. But there are more things in hell than demons. People don't seem to realize that. And was she just a purveyor of dark magics? Ooh. So, yeah, let's do a couple of shout outs. Tell me how you feel about this story of James. I'm really enjoying that. Then we're going to do a oh, we've got like a little fan letter here and another spooky story. Oh, this is a good question in this fan letter. Yeah. Okay, so let's do some shout outs of y'all. Thank you, y'all. I love that Elder Potato, you just got your shout out. Like your hair is beautiful. Oh my god. Thank you. Brenda Rubio, you just got your shout out. Like I love the videos you make. They the best. Oh, Title Sunset, you just got your shout out. Love the hair though. Mm. Oh, okay. Daniel Buenrostro, you just got your shout out. You say, who does the drawings for your videos? We have two illustrators right now. We have Irma, and we also have Mari that do our illustrating. I didn't realize I thought they are in the credits of every video. I believe we have their full names there. If we do not, someone let me know and I will talk to the company about us doing that because I am very big on everybody getting the credit of what they do. So yeah, illustrations are those two lovely ladies. So Autumn Deer 13A, you just got your shout out. I am a deer and I love scary stories. Good. Very good. Harley Winter. I like that. The Harley Winter, kind of like Harley Quinn, but maybe like a an alternate universe version of them. You just got your shout out. Like, I love your hair, by the way. Thank you. This is like this hair is just it's doing its own thing today. Those are you that are trying to get me to say Candyman's name 5 times. No, not gonna happen. I know better. Love Time Crew, you just got your shout out. Been watching you guys for 2 years. I don't know. All right, cool. Very cool. Do, 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 do. And oh, let's see. And pardon me if I get this wrong. Yee yee yo yo. I like that. Yee yee yo yo. You just got your shout out. That lipstick, fabulous queen. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Although would y'all still love it if I like I think I'm kind of starting to transition into indigo and blue. So that's the thing. No, purple is still my thing, but I don't know. Indigo, blue. All right, so let's do this fan letter and then we'll see what we're doing here. This is from Alea, and I hope that I'm saying this right. Aleya. Aaliyah. It might be Aaliyah. Good morning, Markeia. My name is Aaliyah, and I'm a huge fan of the podcast. I started working my way from the older episodes, and today I'm on the flesh and blood episode. Oh, at the beginning, you read a letter from another fan, but then in your disclaimer, I hear a strange sound. At 5 minutes, 59 seconds in, it sounds like a deep voice or something. I'm sure everything is okay with you, but I just wanted to let you know and wanted to know if you thought something might be haunting you because of all the scary stories you do. Best, Alea. Ooh, yeah, that is a really good one. One of the things that I absolutely do for every episode that I record, because something that I've said in the past, like horror is life. That is something I emphatically believe. And along with that, even when someone sends in what they believe is a fictitious story or a fictitious experience, I believe that everything has a nugget of truth in it. If you come up with something like a story like, for instance, James M. Hampton did, where this nightmare about his mummy, I'm not saying that there isn't a nugget of truth in there. So I always light a black candle. Sometimes I do inscriptions on them, like protective inscriptions before I do, especially if I feel like there's a story that comes in that has a lot of powerful energy behind it. Also, I tend to do a number of different crystals. Like black tourmaline is favorite. I have green tourmaline here. Well, no, actually, this is green fluorite. Copper for healing. All of these are protective stones. And then I do citrine. Well, this is what I have right now. I keep on changing things up. I have a citrine here, which is like, think of like the lemons of stones, where it I should do like that, where it cleanses everything. And right now I'm wearing opalite, which is really great with transitions. Which so this is like my January stone, because I have got to tell you, y'all, my dark darlings, if something in your life is just like an energy sapper, if this is like family or home or work or something like that, if you're not being respected or your energy isn't being like properly appreciated, re-examine that, darlings. I mean, if anything, 2022 and especially January, us coming out of Mercury retrograde into Aquarius season. Well, we're in Aquarius season right now. This is a good time to just really focus in on, hey, where's my energy going? And how can I protect myself from this getting like sapped? So. All right, we have another scary story here. So let's do that and then let's get back to some of our shout outs, y'all. And then also like in comments and everything, let something that I'd like to know. I mean, we do specific like types of videos. Is there something that you'd love to see us do that we just haven't done? And I mean like stuff that's outside of the box. Like for instance, with James, you saw how that was more like prose inspired. It's still a horror story, but it's like, is there something that you would like for us, like see for us to do? I don't know how to distill that more than that, but toss some ideas at us. I'm always open to other ideas. Okay, so here is another scary story. This is from Mina Hill. Mina Hill. Okay. This incident happened to my Uncle Sam. It was a dark night, and my Uncle Sam was watching YouTube. My grandparents, my brother, and I were sleeping upstairs, and he heard a strange noise. It was like someone had hit the door. Our house has 2 rooms upstairs and 2 downstairs. However, he just shoved the thought out of his mind, thinking he probably imagined it. But he was wrong. Suddenly, he heard the window upstairs break. When he went to check, nothing was damaged. Now, completely terrified, he tried to go back to sleep. The next day, Uncle Sam woke up and told Grandma everything that happened. She said, "Yes, this does happen, and those things were real." Then we were sitting in the living room watching scary movies when we heard a knock on the door. Uncle Sam went and asked, "Who is it?" No one answered. Then he went back, and a few minutes later, he heard another knock. He went and said, "Who is it?" And someone said in a deep, chilling voice, "Open the door." Uncle Sam was terrified and told us to hide in a room with locks and food. He quickly went to a convenience store and bought some food and drink for us. On his way back, he saw a black figure standing in the empty plot next to our house. He was shaken, but quickly came inside. In the morning, he woke up and saw the black figure was gone. And to this day, he still has a feeling that it's waiting and lurking around our neighborhood, waiting for the day that one day Uncle Sam will let him in. Mina Hill, thank you so much for your story. Ooh, Uncle Sam, I mean, my first thought is time to move, most definitely. But sometimes there is no geographical fix if there is a spirit or entity that has latched itself onto you. With that, you need to go the route of cleansing yourself and protective stones and Okay, I'm seeing some really good suggestions here. Sharing stuff that is history based. That sounds good. By the way, whiskermations. Whiskermations? Is that like confirmations, but like whiskers? I mean, there's a cat thing in there. Very cute. Where it's like history based superstitions from around the world. Ooh, I like the way that you're thinking. Let's see a couple of the Paris Gathanga. Sorry if I got that wrong. You just got your shout out. I sent you my story and I know you'll love it. Oh, thank you. Lion Fang Fash 3. Girl, you are rocking it. It fabulous. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, so I am into skulls. I don't know if y'all really have noticed, but my other live streams, sometimes I have my 2 skulls, Jareth, named after the Goblin King from Labyrinth, and Lola. I usually have them. I don't have them with me right now, but I'm always looking for like skull jewelry and the such. Like this in particular, I got from this very, very occulty witchy booth when I went to Los Angeles Comic Con in, gosh, when was that? November? It was either November or the first weekend in December of last year. And it's like, have skull, will buy. That's me. Like, absolutely. And yeah, trying to see what else that I have on here. Oh my gosh. It's escaping. It's escaping like my little golden wreath of accomplishment. But like I do lava beads from grounding. You know, everything that I'm wearing means something to me. And I got my little fidget spinner uh ring, which is it's rock paper lizards. So it's like literally, I don't know if you can, you're not going to be able to see this. It's not going to focus. Oh, all right, there it goes. You see where it's like, that's paper lizards. Yeah, I buy like kitschy like little stuff like this. And fidget spinner rings, if you don't own any, get them. This has changed my life. Okay, so Misipsa Kosnet, you just got your shout out. You suggested poetry or Edgar Allan Poe. Ooh, we have done Edgar Allan Poe. Like we did like two things. One was the Red Death reimagined, pardon me, and the other was I did a bridge version of, I think it was the Telltale Heart, but you're absolutely right. We could totally do another Edgar Allan Poe. There's some really good ones. Oh, Marco Baker. Hey, you just got your shout out. Like, hey, Markeia. And O'Neill Anthony Simpson. Oh my God, I love your channel. Oh my God, thank you. You just got your shout out. Okay, so see what we're going at with time. All right, so we have one more scary story in here that I can read, and it looks like it will fit in just the amount of time that we have left. Looks like this is a story from someone in India. So let's go ahead and do this. Do, do, do. And also, when you're sending stuff in and keeping in mind, send to something scary at snarled.com. Please email it. When you're doing that, it does not have to be a complete story like James sent us. It does not have to be that. It can be a scary or spooky occurrence. It can be a dream you had. It can be something that happened to you, something that happened to somebody in your family or a friend. Or it can be something like there is a very cool thing that like monster that you know from some culture that you heard about and you want to send us the Wikipedia article. It's like, it's you're gonna start prime the pump for us to do. Hmm. To like adapt and share the scary. So yeah, so we're gonna do this final one right here. And I'm just going to remind y'all about my zombie show. It's called Outbreak Undead, the United States of the Dead. And it's a zombie apocalypse show where uh, the zombie apocalypse happened in the 90s, but the year is 2022. So it's like an apocalypse that like is inspired. Everything's like 90s expired. Think of like technology ended back then and just like there's no CDs, DVDs, and all that other stuff. So it's actually really good. And the character that I play is called Achira Sampson, and she's like Auntie Apocalypse, basically. And I would love to see some of y'all in the chat room. There's like a live chat. It's very interactive, and audience can influence the story. So that is Tuesdays, 6 p.m. Pacific time on twitch.tv/hyperrpg. And I will change the video description below so that you can see that link and have that information. And I will be better about us doing a community post with it so that y'all can like join in, because the community over there is amazing. Okay, so this scary story is from Sauda Mini. So thank you so much for submitting this, Sauda Mini. Dear Something Scary, I am a really big fan of your podcasts and videos, so I will get straight to the point. This story is my experience I had about 1 year ago. It was a hot Monday afternoon when I sat down to finish my holiday assignments. So I made myself a cup of hot cocoa and put on my headphones, turned on my air conditioning, and played some songs and started writing. I was at home alone at that time with my younger sister because my parents had gone out to take my grandmother to the clinic for her monthly checkup. My younger sister was in our bed, watching some cartoons and videos, and I was on the table next to my bed. When I was halfway done with my second, when I thought, I heard someone scratching at the door. But I was pretty sure that it was not my parents because they had just left about 15 minutes ago, and it usually takes them 2.5 hours to get back. I called my mom. She said, "What happened, dear?" I asked her if they'd come back home and were near the door. But to my surprise, she said, "No, dear, we're still on the way to the doctor's. What happened?" I just told her I thought I heard someone at the door. Maybe I just heard it wrong. "That's okay now. Bye bye, dear. Take care." And she hung up. My little sister was not at all bothered. She was wearing her headphones, engrossed in her phone. I shrugged it off, got back to work. 10 minutes went by. I heard the sound again. I ignored it, continued my work. The sound was going on and off. Every 10 to 15 minutes, that continued for about an hour. By then, I'd gotten irritated and went towards a small window near my front door. The window was like one of those windows where you can see outside, but from the outside, you can't see in. So I went there and peeked to see what was making that noise. I saw nothing. I went back this time to finish my work and started texting my friend. It was quiet for about half an hour, and the noise from the door was gone. I thought, oh, maybe it had been a tree or with the wind in front or something. But then the noise came back again. I went to the window. There was nothing, nobody standing outside, no small animal or anything like that, just the noise getting faster, like something was trying to come and scratch its way inside. I was scared. I ran back to the bedroom and I locked the door. My sister, startled at my actions, taking off her headphones, she asked me what had happened. I told her to just be quiet, that it was nothing that she needed to know. Then I heard the front door unlock. I was trembling. I told my sister to go and lock herself in the bathroom. She asked me why, and I told her, just go. She followed my instructions. I then grabbed my phone and asked my friend to come over because I thought maybe someone or something was in my house. She agreed, and after some time, I heard the bell ring. That's odd, I thought. Won't the door be open? I slowly opened my bedroom door and then sprinted towards the main door. I opened it and saw my best friend, Lisa, and her boyfriend. I hugged her and told her about everything, the noise, the front door, my sister in the bathroom. We started to search the house together. We went to the kitchen, grabbed some sharp objects, and started searching. We found nothing. I told my little sister to come out, and Lisa and her boyfriend stayed until my parents came back home. I'm glad that my sister was there. I wonder if something had happened, if it had just been me, or if it had just been me and her, and my friends didn't come over. I haven't told my parents about what happened because now I'm wondering if I imagined all of this. Has anyone else experienced anything like this? Love from India. Okay, y'all. I don't know about you, but me being home, basically home alone, and then having something like that happen, like it's trying to scratch through the front door. And here, there's a particular feeling. Oh, and I'm sorry. Thank you so much, Sauda Mini, for your story. There's a particular feeling that comes over when you hear the front door open. This is whether I mean, hopefully you're not living alone and you hear the front door open. But whenever you're there sitting, minding your own business, maybe you're watching TV or something like that, and hearing that front door open, there's like a feeling. It's a feeling of someone coming into the space that you already exist in. And when if that front door opens or something happens to it and you're not expecting any a person, anything like that, there's a special type of horror that sits in your stomach that works its way up your throat. Ooh, oh my gosh. Okay, thank you so much to the people that have submitted stories, and maybe some of you that have for this live stream, and then maybe there's some of you that submitted some while we were doing this, which that would be fun. Yeah, keep in mind, if you want to follow me on social media, like me personally, I'm Markeia McCarty. That's MarkeiaMcCarty. So that's Markeia McCarty on Twitter and Instagram, which I'm gonna be like entirely more active on because like a number of things. I'm paring down my obligations and really jumping into this new year with things that inspire and foster and deserve my energy. So, there's that. If you do Twitch and TikTok, I'm Darth Marquis over there, kind of like Darth Vader, but it's me. So yeah, and the zombie show that I do on Tuesday nights at 6 p.m. PT on go to twitch.tv/hyperrpg. That is called Outbreak Undead, United States of the Dead. And my character on there is Achira Samson. And I will remember to do a community page on that. Once again, reminding you Black History Month is this upcoming like what next week, and we have a series of different tales that are going to be spun there with Black horror voices and the such. We will have a Candyman video during that month, and of course there's always a podcast where you are going to have additional stories that we're on Snapchat, we're on Tubi TV, we are on TikTok now, and of course Instagram. So just like go ahead and take a look see at any of those. Thank you so much, y'all, for joining in on today. Let's do a couple of last minute shout outs real quick. Yeah, let's see here. We have ooh, yeah, I like this. Brick King Studios, you just got your shout out. Idea, pick a certain area, city, county, etc., and do an episode based on the folklore of that place. One of the ideas that's percolating right now with the team is that we're trying to do, a scary story from every state. And so we'll see how that. I think that needs to be like a long-term goal, not like something that happens within not something that happens within 2 months. So but you just got your shout out. Sam Dadani, you just got your shout out. You're like, "Can I have a shout out, please? Thanks." You don't know my love of horror. Markia, please. Yeah, you just got your shout out. And of course, go ahead and look at our newest video that we have up, Dead-Eyed Doll. So let's see. Solar 496, you just got your shout out. Hey, Markia and Something Scary Team, huge fan of your work. Love the haunted doll story. Happy New Year, my friends. Please do give me a shout out. Yeah, just got it. Do. Okay, so y'all, just be clear with your energy. Go ahead and get rid of any energy sapping things, and there's so many fun horror stuff that's up right now. I believe it's called Archive 81. I'm about to start that, and that's on Netflix. I'm really looking forward to that. And there Sundance has a thing right now. If you've never done Sundance, so like up until the 30th, you can like buy a movie for like $20. You can only view it in a certain amount of time. I saw a movie on there called Fresh, which was wow. It was like a modern day horror. It starred Sebastian Stan and Daisy Edgar Jones in it. And it was crazy. I almost don't want to spoil it for you just in case you're into modern horrors like this. It's like rom com gone wrong, and I thought it was beautiful. well worth the price tag of admission. So yeah, and go ahead and contact me on my social medias. Like I'm always more of a at me as opposed to direct message me kind of person. So feel free to do that and let's have a discourse about all things horror. Twitter is where I'm most active. So at Markeia McCarty for that one. All right, y'all. I want you to have the best start of this new year for 2022 as best as possible, and let yourself breathe, give yourself let your own light like prosper, and once again, don't suffer fools, really don't. um Take control of your energy. So, but until next time, oh my dark darlings, I enjoy our time together. Sweet dreams.